and he told him to see him twice, and the second time he dies. Well, this is when you see him again, and he was like peeping on her for about to take a shower. And
and you want to know what would have been funny to hear him do? While she's taking her shower, and instead of
when you do this again, I'm going to lose my train of thought again.
Reacting, she shouldn't have reacted from the first bomb. She should have been like this. He should have been like,
It's like Quagmire. Giggity.
Take your damn clothes off.
Anyway, so then right behind him another zombie appears because last night zombies had dug underground and broke in somehow, even though I've never heard of zombie digging tunnels even in the games.
Oh, and this is going to be something that me and Bart are going to talk about for a minute, because the zombie that happened to attack him was the Lost Plaga.
No, he had the Lost Plaga parasite. He had like the tentacles coming out of his mouth, the thing that the Lost Plaga does. And we're just thinking, why is this in here? Why is there a zombie with the Lost Plaga parasite?
What? And besides that, wasn't Lost Plaga discovered in Europe by Lord Sadler?
By Sadler, yeah. Why the hell is it in this movie? And also, when you see the Lost Plaga parasite in this guy, it is never explained why it is here. It is never, none of the characters talk about it or wonder about it. And it's like, there's no questioning of it at all. It's like, oh, a zombie. Oh, are those tentacles? Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Lost Plagas was in here, and, like, it wasn't explained why it was there.
Oh, and another thing about the Lost Plaga, why was he a zombie?
And Lost Plagas are like the only zombies you see in this movie.
But Lost Plagas aren't zombies. They're like...
Yeah, this is the first... this is the first time I've seen a Lost Plaga parasite in a zombie. They're usually in people.
And they can't even...
And I thought they needed to be a living tissue to thrive.
Yeah, and another thing about Lost Plaga, Brandon, wasn't Lost Plaga... are you still living when you have a Lost Plaga?
Yeah, you have to be living or else it can't live.
Yeah,
and you learn that if the person's dead, the parasite dies.
Basically, it just...
So how is it living inside a zombie?
I know why.
Why?
Because they say so.
Oh, because the script says so?
Don't mess with Hollywood. If they say it, they do it. This would
Whatever they say goes.
This would be another thing. But sir, if you play Resident 4, it says Lost Plagas only live in living things. I give you money. You listen to me. Put Lost Plaga in movie. You want to keep
it was like a pointless cameo.
Not a cameo. They're in all way.
They're mostly in the movie. But anyway, she kills a zombie, and then the zombie, like, wraps his tentacles around the pervert's head and drags him into his burrow hole. Which I've never seen Lost Plagas grab someone with their tentacles and pull them into a hole before.
Wait,
actually, I've never even seen Lost Plagas burrow before.
Oh, and the thing about Lost Plaga, so let me get this straight. The Lost Plagas, from what you say in the game, they were only in South Africa and Europe.
No, they were brought to South Africa.
Yes, but I'm just saying
and mutated.
I'm just saying, but
oh, by the way, it's the mutated form that was in this movie, not the Resident Evil 4 version.
But yeah, but Lost Plaga was technically in South Africa and Europe. How was it? When was it brought to America?
What? Nothing's explained in this movie. When are you gonna get used to that?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. This director guy was saying you keep job, I write.
Anyway, when Alice is human again, though, one of the funny parts is when she's holding the gun like this, she's like shaking. And it's just kind of funny. But the guy burrows away, the other people come in, and they're like, oh crap, we have to do something. And Alice says, you know what we have to do. And they're going to go let the prisoner out, and the guy's like, no, this is a bad idea. Did you hear what the NFL player said? The cardboard cutout? He's a killer. Salt in his eyes. Anyway, well, they all vote, and they let them out, and Chris sees Claire, and he's like, Claire? And he's like, I'm your brother. And they get reunited, and that's about it of that. And he says, okay, now where's the way out of here? All right, I'll tell you. There's a garage by the front gate of the building, and there's a huge tank in there, and it shoots like water cannons and all this stuff. And
wait, you know something we forgot to mention?
I'll go in a second. Water cannons and all this stuff, and I'm just thinking, so why didn't you let this guy out before? He could have gotten you out months ago.
Oh, also,
you damn cardboard cutouts.
But something that's really funny that makes no sense whatsoever is this. Now, I'm going to start talking about this. Right in the middle of the cardboard cutouts, I think this is when the prisoner guy is in the cell, Chris Redfield, they're like talking and stuff, and then for no apparent reason, they're just talking to like, hi, what's your favorite color? Blue. Then suddenly it cuts to the streets, and the executioner is walking down the road.
It cuts in the middle of the movie. It's like cuts to the LA streets in daytime, and suddenly you see the executioner for Resident Evil 5 dragging his axe, and then it cuts back.
And something I don't get, did he just walk from South Africa all the way to America just to make a cameo?
Yes, he walked to South Africa. He went all the way to the ocean, and then he just got in and like walked. No, it was like in Land of the Dead, where they walk and get to the bottom of the sea, and then they start walking down there, and he was killing all the fish and all the mermaids on the way. And then he came back up to Los Angeles to kill these people in these prisons because he was bored.
And you want to know something else? You want to know something else? Which is
and it's like 8 feet tall.
Well, I'm gonna give him that. He was pretty tall in the game. He was really actually tall.
I know, but in this movie's like 8 feet tall. Like, no one is that tall.
But can I say this? This part just blows my mind. Okay, they take the executioner from Resident Evil 5, right? Okay. They take Resident Evil 5 character, the executioner, takes him to LA for him and Chris Redfield to fight, when yet he must have already existed in Resident Evil 5 so far, so that means he and Chris Redfield were actually already fighting in South Africa, but now we're fighting in Los Angeles.
No, that's not fair. This isn't going by the original Resident Evil storyline. But, anyway, it's all this build up to the executioner, like, oh shit, how are they going to deal with this thing? And when they go outside to get to the tank with the water cannons, the executioner's out there, and they're like, what the fuck is that? And he gets his axe and he starts, boom, on the gate trying to get in.
He did do that in the first Resident Evil 5.
And we're like, oh my god, this is going to be awesome. They're going to kick this guy's ass or something.
And it's going to be like a super battle.
This is the bad guy of this movie.
He's not a bad guy, but he's going to be like the new Nemesis.
He's going to be like Nemesis. He's going to keep coming throughout the movie, and just going to be like this ultimate showdown between him and Alice.
He's going to be like, what's his name? Mr. M from Resident Evil 2. What was his name?
Mr. X, but...
Mr. X, yeah.
I'll be like more like Nemesis, like at the very end. It's like they're going to have the showdown.
I know, it's going to be like Mr. X, and it's... No, it's actually going to be... It's going to be Mr. X and Nemesis combined. That's how awesome he's going to be. I can't wait for this final showdown. That happens 5 minutes later.
Anyway, what was that again? Oh yeah, he's banging on the gate, and we're like, oh crap, what are they gonna do now? Well, Chris tells everybody that there's an armory under the prison that the military had built, and they should get some of the weapons. So Alice and Chris and crap, I don't remember her. Cardboard cutout number 1 come with them and to
with
go
a British accent.
With a British accent, goes with them to the go to the armory to try to get the weapons. And apparently the bottom 2 floors had flooded with water, so they have to dive under there and hold their breath for an impossibly long time. But while they're going down there, the wall starts bursting and the zombies start coming out. And
so the black guy, Larry, I think his name is.
Hold on, Cam. Anyway, when they finally get to the other side, they finally find the armory door, and then right before they get out, the zombie Las Plagas thing comes out of the water, grabs cardboard cutout number 1, and pulls her in the water, and then suddenly the water fills up with blood, and that's the end of her.
Hey, guys, this thing.
And then all these zombies will start running out of the water, and like chases them into the armory. And they close the door, and there's all these weapons in there, and you're just thinking, oh, this is gonna be awesome. They're gonna break out that door and start shooting everything. Well, they didn't do that.
Yeah, you see, there was too many, and you know that armory shouldn't have been in there. Well, they were already having a bad plot as it is. They should have just done this. They should have saw that water and said, so it's 2 floors down there. Well, Chris Redfield should have just said, shut as this. Well, we're doomed.
Alice points out a vent in the ceiling, so they climb up that to get past the zombies.
Couldn't they have just taken that in the first place?
Taken? Well, they go up that, and it cuts back to the other guys with the water tank, and they go in the garage, and it turns out the engine is separated from the tank, and this engine's like 100 pounds. I mean, it's gonna be hard to get back in that tank while the axe guy is breaking the gate at the same time. And anyway, no, I'm saying, so there's another cardboard cutout with them, and he's like, there's 3 cardboard cutouts in the room. There's the producer, there's the Asian guy, which I don't think they ever said his name,